internet. Welcome to our first unboxing video. Very first box that arrived for RADSpeed, which is pretty exciting. We've had it here all day, but had to get our jobs done before we got at it here. End of the day, this is a package from C3 Power Sports. Ty was super helpful in setting us up with the dealership, showing us how their online portal works, helping us with some of the questions that we had on the gear, and we're going to unbox it now.
Hurry! We've been waiting all day.
All day. Usually when we get a box from the Pure Later guy, it's opened like right away, but saved it this time. So what do we got? Trail Tech temperature gauge. Temperature gauge is good on these because they either run too hot or too cold. A lot of guys like to run the temperature gauge to see if they need to put their radiator guards in or if they need to run the engine blankets or whatever. I like having a temperature gauge, which is sweet.
You just love data.
Yeah, I like data. More data. This box.
Mystery box.
This is the air intake kit, by the looks of it. Some outerwear there, keep the snow from going in. This sick little machine part here. I think the triangles mean something. I'll have to ask Ty.
Anarchy. Anarchy.
Yeah, do these triangles make better airflow or what? And more clamps. This is actually kind of one of my complaints about a lot of these Snowbike kits is they got kind of regular hose clamps. You can see C3 used like a little bit more of a pressed one instead of the old plumbing farmer one, so it looks a little bit better, but I would like to get more of your OE factory type clamps in the future. But yeah, that's a must for snow bikes.
At a lower price, of course.
Yeah, and cheaper. Yeah. Cheaper. What do we got here?
Everyone wants to know.
Thermostat. So again, because you're running a dirt bike in the summertime, dirt bikes don't have thermostats because they don't need them. This looks like a billet aluminum. I probably should have looked on the website to see what it was. It's like 6061 or something. It's got a little stat in there. You can get a couple options for it as well. I think from a 200 stat down to a 175. I went with the 180, kind of right there in the middle. So that will. Excited to put that on. Some fittings. I suspect that little fitting is to go to one of the next things we're going to see. Oh, decals, sweet. Let's kind of match the RADSpeed decal coloring a little bit, huh?
And C3s on our graphics?
Yeah, we got the C3 graphic. Ty gave me the red version of it, which is what we integrated to the graphics coming for those. Yeah, so that's the one that we're integrating to the graphics. And foot pegs.
They cannot plug up.
Nope, there's not going to get any snow in those puppies. Light too. Maybe not titanium light, but nice and light. For boots this year, Alpinestar just came out with a new moto boot that's supposed to be a snow boot, which would be pretty neat. Probably not going to have it in the budget. I don't know if I'm going to be running Sorels or the old snowboard boots. We'll see how that works out. But yeah, it's pretty sick for those. A little bit of a bling kit. You need to get a new hose when you're dealing with the thermostat anyways, and the heated bars. So C3 makes these silicone hoses here. A little bit more bling for the bike, finishes it off nicely. They don't do anything for performance or anything, but make it look good. Bench racing is just as important.
Mental horsepower.
This one's interesting. On the last video I mentioned we're going to try not to respring the front forks, which basically everybody told us that we have to. These are already a little stiffer than factory as it is, and this goes up on your top fork tubes on the air bleeders, and then you can pump it up with, I think, up to 15 psi of air pressure, and it stiffens up the forks. So that's our solution for now to stiffen up the front end, because Greg's going to be taking it off some huge cornices.
On trend with the full sand.
Oh, look at all the decals too. Nice. Gotta love getting stickers. Now these are what I'm told is an important part of the equation as well. Heated handlebars. So I don't know if C3 makes these or if they take some other ones and then add their touches to them, but it's looks like a pretty decent bend, and it's got the fittings and everything there to run your coolant from your engine into your handlebars and keep those warm. We usually travel with a couple pair of gloves when they get wet or whatnot, but it seems if you can keep your hands warm, you can keep everything warm. We went black on there too. Should be pretty sweet. Be interesting to see how these cables route, how they look. You can see they're a braided cable as well, which is nicer than just the regular PEX or whatever I think that is. So that'll be when it's rubbing up against stuff. See how she goes.
You don't want to spring a leak.
Nope. So yeah, there's our first unboxing. Just a review here. We got the C3 thermostat with the 180 stat in it, and the looks like the fitting for the heated handlebars. That's how you change your heat. You torque that open or close for more or less coolant, from what I understand. The lines and the handlebars. Another reason that I wanted to go with the heated handlebars compared to when we used to ice race, we'd run the heated elements under the grips all the time, and those worked okay, but there was always hot spots on the grip, like the whole grip wasn't warm. There was always some of the elements would work, and when we would do like the 6-hour ice races and stuff like that, we'd have to put the muffs, like those big old school 70s muffs, over them to kind of keep some heat in them. So I'm hoping the heated handrails do good. 6 silicone rad hoses. These pegs, which I'm probably the most excited for because I like the pegs. And then the air bleed, the air bottoming kit there. See how that works out. And a temperature gauge because we love to add it. I think this intake kit is going to require some modification to adapt to the stock top cover. The Yamahas have the air filter at the front, unlike traditional bikes there, but we'll keep you in the loop how that goes. Thanks for watching. We'll keep the videos coming and get this bike ready for the snowmobile show.
You said muffs.